mean? They're in our group and they're catching on to everything we do. So I kind of thought like, right, we need to kind of like, it was like, how can we get them without them like knowing? And I thought we need like a real like covert like operation here. I thought the best way to kind of get them is to try and make someone post something naturally without, well, obviously with our influence, but without them knowing it's our influence, and get it onto the Wallasey Gossip. So that's where one of our biggest schemes, herongate, kind of birthed from.
Yeah, we realised the internet's not the way to it. We've got to get them in the real world where they have no power.
Yeah, so I came up with this idea. So there's this place near ours called like Flynn's Peace. It's basically just a square of grass and some trees, and it serves no purpose whatsoever. It's just like a little green square in the middle of a street. And the funny thing is like people are always like dead defensive about it. So like every couple of years, a rumour will come out the blue that the council are going to sell it off for like houses or flats or something like that.
Well, we're behind some of them.
Yeah, well, this is it basically. So I was like, I know that's like a hot button topic, Flynn's Peace. So that's me target.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Flynn's Peace actually had anything going on. I thought it was literally just a neglected patch
That's
of grass.
the point. No, yeah, I know, but that's the point. It is, but people get so defensive over it because it's technically like public land. It was something like Captain Flynn or whatever, like gifted that square of grass to the public of Wallasey.
2p at the time, yeah.
So like they do get like very like defensive about it and very, this is ours, it belongs to the people, the council can't sell it, and stuff like that. So I made these flyers, which was literally just text on a blank sheet of paper, and it just said the following words: say no to Heron Foods on Flynn's Peace.
Wasn't it the construction, or was it just...
It was just to Heron Foods on Flynn's Peace.
That's better.
So I think we printed off about 10, 15 copies or something like that. And I just went down like one evening and stuck it on like the lampposts and the signs around the park. And was like, right, let's just leave that there now and see what happens.
It was, if I remember rightly, it was only about 2 hours before it ended up Wallasey Gossip.
Yeah, it didn't take long at all. So I think I put them up in the evening, but the thing was it was like shitty weather and it was pissing it down. So what we also did is we were kind of like, we set up our own little private group, and we were saying to them like, look, we're going to like pull off this big like heronsgate operation. So like all at the same time, everyone needs to start talking about the heronsgate that's getting put up on like Flynn's Peace. And I think people were a bit like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. They weren't like super enthusiastic about it at first. But then the next morning, like pretty early morning, obviously as the dog walkers come out,
yeah,
someone puts a picture up. No one from our group, no one that we like wanted to put a picture up, like a complete randomer, just puts a picture up on Facebook on Wallasey Gossip going, just seen this sign outside Flynn's Peace. They're going to build a Heron Foods outside it. And it just, after that, it just erupted, didn't it? Like, we were all just watching it in live time. Like, it spiraled off, and it was like, the typical things of like, oh, no, they can't do that. Flynn's Peace is public-owned land, and, oh, the bloody council, I can't believe they're just doing that for money and stuff like that.
Hundreds of complaints that they got in the space of 24 hours. Yeah. It was fantastic.
But it got dark fast, like it always does on these things. It got out of hand fast because on that street there's a hotel
with the migrants, and like people were saying they're putting it there for the migrants, and then the anti-migrant and the pro-migrant people started having it out over this Heron Foods that never existed.
So we were all like watching it in like live time and that, like laughing and shit like that. I remember like I went out to Asda. The missus had to pick something up from Asda. I'm like waiting in the car, and she comes in the car with this like proper like dead serious face, and she was like, they're talking about heronsgate and that. They're talking about Heron Foods in Asda. I was like, no, they're not. Shut up. And she was like, they are. I was behind the queue. These two women were talking about it. They want to get their sons to like apply for jobs there and stuff like that. Oh, no. So I was like, this is broke out into something else.
I realised when all my friends started messaging me going, oh, guy, my mum and dad's raging about this Heron Foods. But I took one look at it and thought, you'd have something to do with this. Like, is it you? I was like, I might know something, I might not.
So it got to a point, didn't it, where it was like, right, let's like terrorist style, let's take accountability for this.
Let's claim the attack.
Yeah. So we put it on the group, and immediately Wallasey Gossip was just like trying to scrub it completely off their
Yeah,
groups.
the second they realised something was off, yeah.
Yeah, they were scrubbing like anything to do with herring foods off it, but then they were still getting like random boomers like posting stuff up about
I
it.
think that's probably because the journalists hit them up, like, because they were the epicenter of the rumor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so as soon as they realised their good name could possibly be tarnished, that was it. They just wanted to go nuclear on it.
I've just I've just realised we haven't actually explained what a herring foods is. For anyone who doesn't know, herring foods is a very, very crappy, like low price discount store.
Like Soviet Union level.
Yeah. Like it's always got a reputation for like it smells inside. Like the like you walk in it, it's like a different. It's like the back rooms.
Brands you've never heard of.
It's got a horrible piss yellow filter all throughout the store. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the road where Flynn's piece is on is like quite a
Always reminds me of the Super Duper Mart out of Fallout 3.
Yeah. It's like Flynn's piece is on like quite a nice area of like Wallasey Village, like Grove Road, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously the residents like fuming.
Yeah, the middle class. If it was a Waitrose, they might have been all right with it.
Yeah. So that was like the biggest thing that kind of like broke out outside of just basic like internet like mischief. It got to the point where like the council was getting like hounded.
Yeah, they had to put a statement up saying
like some Tory MP
councillor,
Tory councillor. Yeah. He put this statement up and he was like, they're known by the
There's no planning application for any construction. In fact, we've only put a permit in to clean the grass up. Like, that's all we've done. We said we're going to tidy up a little bit. There's no herring foods. There's no supermarket. Please be careful about your sources and what you read online.
I remember them like calling us out. Do you remember that where they were like,
the Chuckle Brothers?
Yeah, the Chuckle Brothers said this is a common thing from a group that have a competition to see who can wind up the most people. So like to just go a bit more into